JamesMac Show on Shoreditch Radio.
So it's time for a bit of South London rock and roll here on the JamesMac Show on your Shoreditch Radio. I'm joined by four-piece indie rock band who say their influences range from the Beatles, Oasis and the Sex Pistols. They've headlined at the Amersham Arms and have already picked up a loyal following around London and beyond. They've also recorded two of their singles at the legendary Abbey Road Studios. So please welcome to the JamesMac Show, Reese, Sam, Lee and Freddie from Sunset Ruins. Welcome, guys.
Welcome, James.
Hey, it's nice. I like it when we've got like a gaggle of people. I don't know whether is that the collective noun for people in the band? You can call worse, I'm sure. How was the intro anyway? Was it accurate? Anything I've missed, guys? What's your thoughts?
Spot on, yeah. I was hoping you'd carry on.
Everyone loves a good intro. But Sunset Ruins. I mean, I was trying to work out where the name had come from, but I thought I don't need to do that. I'll just ask you guys. So where did the name Sunset Ruins come from?
Yeah, well, where I grew up, there was a place down the road called Abbey Ruins, and
okay.
I always thought it was a really cool name, particularly the ruins part of it. So, and then I just kind of that was the part I wanted to keep, and I didn't want to be in another band that was called The, because all of my previous bands have been a The something.
Ah, okay.
So I was just basically messing about with words that would sort of go with that sort of thing, and I don't know, I come up with a few different ideas, and Sunset was one of them, and that one seemed to stick,
I like it. Well, it kind of gives you like this kind of abstract picture in your mind when you kind of hear it. So I really like that. It's cool. And you've said I think some of the press release things I've seen that you've been influenced by the Beatles, Oasis, and Sex Pistols. Obviously, great bands, and I can definitely hear those influences. But I'm also kind of hearing the Jam, the Clash, and maybe like a little bit of Rolling Stones. But are there any other kind of bands or artists that you'd say have influenced your sound?
It's pretty out there.
I mean, I think them kind of bands you mentioned, and I mean, we're getting things to the Clash as well. The current single, how it turns out, is getting quite a lot of
the
that.
choral. We had a bit of someone said the choral as well.
I actually, now you said that, but that's. Do you know what though? I mean, I think it's not a bad thing, is it, to be compared to fantastic bands like that.
You can't pinpoint it, it's just familiarity, which is good.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's nice.
No one else like that,
We like to think we have the best bits of the best bands.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, cherry pick the little kind of the good golden nuggets and bring them out in the music. Yeah, I like that. That's cool. And this is a question that I ask everyone, so it doesn't matter whether you're Zoe Lister that does the Jet2 Holidays adverts, Rich from Hard-Fi, but if there was going to be a movie made of your lives so far, who would play each of you and why? And you can go in turn if you want. It is a head scratcher, that one, and it's always one that kind of gives you a real kind of flavour of things.
I'll pick mine.
Statham. Oh, good old Jason Statham. Yeah. Who was your one, Freddie?
I'll say Gary Oldman for me.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Do you know what? Gary Oldman's a cool one.
I would love to, in a dream.
Yeah.
Who's on for Lee? Oh, go on, you can be one. Al Pacino. Yeah.
Al Pacino. Oh yes. Oh, love it.
Who have we got?
That is a movie, that, guys. That's one I would definitely watch.
The dream blunt rotation, that, isn't it?
That's awesome. I love that. That's a really cool answer. And then obviously Sunset Ruins, because you're telling me before that you practice twice a week, which is cool. But if you weren't in a band, what would you be doing job wise, or have you got kind of something on the side that you guys do?
Yeah, well, we're all in full-time employment. Unfortunately.
Wow.
Dream of living the rock star life. Not quite there yet. But yeah, we're all in full-time employment. So
fair play.
As much as we love to do this and are aiming towards, to that, we're just, we only formed in late 2024.
Awesome. Okay, so it's a relatively new band then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's interesting. I mean, it's really difficult. I mean, trying to juggle. I mean, radio isn't my full-time job, but it's really difficult trying to juggle that and music and everything. So it must be really hard for you guys, because I mean, you've had such a lot of early success. Does it impact your normal jobs at all?
Not really. I mean, you know, gig-wise, if we know we've got a gig coming up, and I mean, I do a shift work, so I work 4 on, 4 off. So if I know I've got a gig coming up and it's on one of my working days, you just book it off.
Fair play.
Yeah.
Fair play.
So, yeah. I mean, thankfully, most of our gigs have been in the weekend, so at least that's done.
Hey, yeah, that's it. That helps. Yeah, that helps. And then, because obviously you've not been going that long, what's kind of been the moment so far that's just made you just like stop and say, wow, I can't believe we're doing this?
I would say it's like Dingwalls early on. Yeah, we played sold out Dingwalls, and
the first gig.
It was our first ever gig. Yeah. We were like, well, we've got something here, you know. Being packed out Dingwalls. It was really such a buzz, and we were like, well, this is, you know,
great sound system.
This is what we're doing on our first gig. What can it be on our, you know?
Wow. Yeah, what a start that. That's amazing.
Supporting our boys in IC1.
Oh yeah, wow. We've had Jesse from the IC1s on, and he's a good guy. Do you know what? He was probably the coolest bloke I've ever met. Just naturally. Yeah, he'll be listening. To be fair, yeah, he'll love that. But like, you know, when you just meet someone, they're just like, he's not even trying to be cool, and he's just.
I know he tries.
Yeah. love it, absolutely love it. But yeah, he was asking for interior decor tips from me, so yeah, it's all good.
We've got some history with them. When I was about 15, I was introduced to IC1s to go and watch. So this was 16 years ago. Yeah. Couldn't even drink in the venue, but I'd try and get in with the mates, and that's where I joined a band with Lee. We were in a band called The Front for 2 years, was it?
Yeah,
I was 18.
2 years, yeah.
Ended up playing on the same bill as IC1s.
Wow.
Then the split happened from The Front, and IC1s also lost their drummer. So I sent Dan Coburn a message, any chance of an audition, mate? Managed to get the part to be an IC1er for about 6 months, and then
That's cool.
Jesse, Dan and I started up a new band called Forte, and then so the history.
Oh wow, awesome! I like that. I like a link between the bands I speak to. It's always the same kind of thing if you go into different kind of scenes. So Manchester's fairly similar, Birmingham's fairly similar, where, you know, bands split up, bands join up, you get kind of the best of everyone. I like that. It's really cool.
They're back on scene again because They gave us the slot of Dingwalls. So.
Yeah. Again, you know, before what's going next, there's got to be Abbey Road.
Yeah.
For us.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
In January, and that was like boy dreams for us.
Yeah, that was you like in the catch.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Does it kind of, when you walk in, does it kind of like smell of the Beatles? Can you like smell it in the air? That's what I imagine. I can just imagine like it's got like the smell like with an old like Mellotron in the corner, and you know.
You like coming back to your session because you're just looking on the staircase at all the pictures of people.
Yeah, God, yeah, I bet. You don't kind of walk in and start going, "Hello, it's me, John."
we did see Giles Martin there, and that was a bit of a double take kind of moment. We were just sitting there having a coffee in the kitchen, and it's like, I'm in the studio and Giles Martin is there, and it's
nice. He didn't like pop up and rickroll you or anything like you.
Unfortunately not.
Oh, damn it.
He would love that.
That's awesome. Yeah, that must have been really kind of bit of a surreal kind of like pinch me moment, like just to be like say having a coffee in the kitchen and you're just looking at stuff going, Jesus. Yeah, that's cool. And then probably quite a pertinent question because you've not been going so long, but what would you most like to be remembered for as a band? What would be the kind of the lasting memory you want to give to anyone that comes and sees you?
That people know they come to a proper rock and roll gig.
We've gone to the show. Yeah, we leave everything on the stage. We never let anyone to leave feeling shortchanged for anything. So we give every single ounce of everything on the stage. And you know, we've got such great feedback so far, and that's what we want. We want people to enjoy the show and come back again. Oh,
that's awesome. Love that. It's so important for. I mean, it's difficult for bands to try and find venues and things now as it is, but even more difficult so for kind of us punters coming to see you and paying, like you say, it's not cheap anymore. Nothing's cheap, is it, now these days? But yeah, that's amazing. That so you leave everything on the stage. I can kind of tell it's not quite as oh really? Oh god, I love it.
And your guitar leads, everything.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean about it being expensive for bands as well. Like, you know.
How many gigs have we played now? 5, is it?
We left something in most of them.
There's one gig so far that I've not left something on the stage. So
hey, nice.
Yeah.
What band has an itinerary that they check, or a checklist? Honestly,
We made Michael, we lost it.
That's brilliant. I love that. Well, look, I really, really appreciate you guys joining me. So thanks so much to Reese, Sam, Lee and Freddie. Absolute pleasure. Sunset Ruins are playing The Social in London in support of Marseille on Monday, the 22nd of June. And if you want to keep up with all of their future gigs and anything to do with Sunset Ruins, then head over to Instagram and drop them a follow. They are at Sunset Ruins Official. But up for you next is the amazing latest single, How It Turns Out, which is recorded at Abbey Road Studios right here on your JamesMac Show on Shoreditch Radio. Hey. Is that all right, guys? Yeah.